At least 17 Fly Dubai flights scheduled for Friday between Dubai and several Iranian cities, including Tehran, Shiraz, and Mashhad, have been cancelled, according to the Dubai airport's website, as unrest continues to grip Iran. The disruptions come amid reports of a countrywide internet blackout that began on Thursday and extended into Friday, as Iranian authorities moved to curb rapidly expanding nationwide protests. The demonstrations, which erupted late last month over worsening economic conditions, have spread across multiple cities and provinces, shaking the country and prompting heightened security measures. A Fly Dubai spokesperson confirmed that all flights to Iran scheduled for Friday were cancelled, saying the airline would continue to monitor the situation and adjust its flight schedule as needed. No specific reason was given for the cancellations. The flight disruptions are not limited to the UAE. Turkish media report that Turkish Airlines canceled at least 17 flights to Iran on Friday. Turkey's low-cost carrier AJet canceled 6 flights, while budget airline Pegasus Airlines also scrapped multiple services to Iranian destinations. Further regional impact was seen in Qatar, where at least 2 flights scheduled between Doha and Tehran were canceled, according to Hamad International Airport's website. The widespread cancellations reflect growing concerns among regional carriers over operational safety, airspace conditions, and uncertainty on the ground in Iran as protests intensify.
Last night in Tehran and a few other places, people came and did damage to their own buildings, ruining their own streets, in order to make the president of another country happy. Because he said that he would come to their aid, he should pay attention to the state of his own country instead. His hands are stained with the blood of more than 1,000 Iranians who were killed in the 12-day war, Israel-Iran conflict in 2025. His hand is stained with the blood of Iranians. Then he says, I'm a supporter of the Iranian people, and people who are not thinking and have no sense listen to him and believe him, setting fire to bins to please him.
Open defiance on Iran's streets, from rooftops and alleyways, from homes and highways. Death to dictator chants shake the night as thousands pour out, daring the regime to respond. This is no longer isolated anger. This is nationwide revolt. The U.S. has issued an ultimatum, with President Donald Trump saying Iran's government is officially on notice.
Are you following the protesting that is taking place all over the country of Iran
now?
Yeah,
I'm following it very
closely. And have you read that the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has a plan B to go to Russia?
Or someplace, yeah. He's looking to go someplace.
Do you believe that Iran, you think the country is on the verge of collapsing?
Well, it could be. I mean, what they've done is in the past, they've started shooting the hell out of people, and all of a sudden people without any weapons whatsoever are standing there and you have machine guns gunning them down. Or they take them to prisons and then hang them and kill them. So they played rough, and I said, if they do that, we're going to hit them very hard. Well, we're going to hit them hard. We're ready to do it. If they do that, we're going to hit them hard.
Trump says the protests unfolding across Iran are unlike anything seen before, and warns Tehran against firing on unarmed civilians. Behind the scenes, the U.S. military is watching closely. CENTCOM is monitoring the growing unrest in Tehran and tracking how the regime responds, including during Friday prayers across the country. U.S. officials say F-15E fighter jets are deployed in the region as part of a routine rotation, stressing there is no major troop buildup, but the warning signs are unmistakable. Washington is also speaking directly to the Iranian people. The U.S. State Department posts a rare Persian-language message praising Iranians for standing up for their rights and declaring solidarity with those filling the streets. Support is growing inside the U.S. Congress. Lawmakers say Iranians are entitled to the same freedoms as any people, and that America stands with those demanding a democratic future. From exile, a familiar voice is rallying the nation. Exiled Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi praises the massive turnout and urges more Iranians to rise. On Thursday, a government building in eastern Tehran was set ablaze as protesters cheered. Iranian state television itself broadcasted images of street fires, unable to hide the scale of the unrest. Large crowds marched through the capital, shouting slogans once punishable by death, including chants praising the former Shah. Then, blackout hit. Internet and phone lines are cut nationwide, a move rights groups warn often signals a coming crackdown. Markets shut down, bazaars close. Human rights groups say at least 41 people have been killed and more than 2,270 detained. Yet the protests continue, leaderless, defiant, and spreading.
A call by Iran's exiled crown prince has seen thousands enter the streets of Iran's capital to protest against the government. The call by Reza Pahlavi had been kind of a question mark, especially as days of protests have been escalating in Iran over the country's ailing economy. Those protests had taken on an anti-government view over the last several days as they've intensified. Now, Reza Pahlavi had called for demonstrators to shout from their homes or to go out on the streets to show their support for a change of government there. And what witnesses in Tehran saw were thousands of people on the street, as well as people chanting, "Death to the Islamic Republic, death to the dictator," and other chants in support of the Shah. Now, it remains unclear just how much support Pahlavi actually has. There's a lot of demonstrators who are very young and don't remember what life was like under the Shah prior to the 1979 Islamic Revolution. And also, it remains unclear just how much support he'll have because of the support he's received and the support he's given to Israel, which launched a 12-day war against Iran in June that killed over 1,000 Iranians. So as of right now, there's still a lot of question marks, but one thing is for certain, these demonstrations in Iran seem to be gathering strength. And while the Iranian government is apparently starting to disrupt the internet there, they haven't cracked down all the way on these demonstrations, allowing them to continue. But after these demonstrations tonight, it's unclear just how they'll respond, particularly as Pahlavi has called for another set of demonstrations tomorrow night.
The world is responding. France urges restraint. Sweden says it hears the voices of Iranians rising against oppression and backs their struggle for freedom. Belgium calls the protesters courageous, warning that silencing them with violence is unacceptable. As chants echo through the night, and flames burn in the streets, Iran's leadership now faces its greatest test in years. The people are rising. The world is watching, and the next move may decide Iran's future.